So why don't you set us up? Explain the business, the operation, the context, and then kind of flow right into what all happened. What was the game business, and what was it that you were setting up?
Let me tell you how we got to the game business.
So we really started looking and seeing what the gas station convenience store business was all about, and what we could do as entrepreneurs to service gas station convenience stores. And they had payphones, they had ATMs, they had air and water machines, they had vacuums, crane machines inside the stores, some of them, and then eight-liners. And I don't know if you know what eight-liners are, but they're like a little
Slot machine.
video
Yeah.
machine that set out tickets, and then they would turn the tickets in for stuff at the stores.
$5.
And so it was really gambling. They put money in, they get the tickets out, and then they can get stuff in the store. So basically we were going, well, we just checked out what we could do on our own to go to there. And then go ahead, Steve.
In convenience stores. So we didn't go through that, but we got into the payphone business, and Reagan deregulated that when he got in office. And so the payphone industry opened up for individuals like you and me, not just Southwestern Bell or whatever. So anyway, we were in a convenience store one day with a friend of ours, and this friend says, "This is what you guys should do. These eight-liners." And do what Mike just told you, that you could play the machines, win
Tickets. And
trade them in,
each ticket was $5.
trade them in for non-cash novelty items, and people would buy gasoline with it as long as the increments were under $5. Then you could buy as much as you wanted. So anything in the store that was under $5. So he told us that, and I was like, that couldn't be legal. I mean, we're from Oregon. You couldn't even do anything in Oregon, nothing. You couldn't even own a machine to put in your basement. You couldn't do that. So we were like, you can't do that. So we checked it out, and there was a penal code for it.
4701
B.
B4 paragraph.
Yeah. So anyway, we got our lawyers to looking at it. See, and we were making pretty good money in the payphones, ATMs, and all that stuff that we put in convenience stores. We were making about 20 grand a month, but we were spending it all because we were building. Every time we'd make money, we'd buy more stuff. So anyway, we looked into that, and we got our lawyers to look into it, and they were like, yeah, this is your Billy Bob's is doing it.
See how they're done. Win something big.
I do the same here in Las Vegas. Nothing.
Here at Billy Bob's, you got slot machines.
You can't even win with cherries over here. At least in Las Vegas, you hit the damn cherry, you get something.
Yeah.
Over here, you don't get nothing.
There's a cherry.
You win these little tokens.
Tokens, and what do you do with them?
You just change them over there.
For gifts?
Fun
For
prize.
gifts, yeah. You don't
Gifts?
get money. There's no
She
money.
could get her a bigger gift.
You can exchange for stuff?
I don't
I
know.
wonder if you can win them. What's the biggest thing you can win here? 300?
Well, the prizes are over there. I mean,
There's points. Each
not
one of them
anything
points,
that
and then you
great.
got all kinds of things over
They
there.
don't go
You buy
fast.
them for points. So those tokens work?
no, they won't.
It's just says quarters on.
See, that's a bummer because you better keep it
How much are those
clean and go through.
buy a prize or something.
Yeah, coins to buy a gift over here. And what drops out on these? Does
Tickets, just like it does over there at Dave and Buster's.
put money in, get tickets out, and get
Clearly, you can see that you put money in here and then it puts money out. Clearly, you can see that.
This lady hit pretty good. Yeah, tickets come out. This tokens come out and they go get their gifts. Huh?
And then they're traded in for non-cash
Right.
novelty
You can
items.
do that at Pot of Gold.
I think we should just open it.
I think we should open and
Do that.
and do this and just have
Have the
tokens drop and
So all we
trade
can
them in
use
for gifts.
All we can use is just stand-up machines.
What's wrong with the tokens falling out and then putting them back in?
Nothing. But I can't do it on the sit-down ones.
I know, but I mean, they're not doing that here. They're not letting them put the tokens back in.
You can't use the machines over there for nothing. They're not letting them put it back in.
They got to put quarters in. Tokens drop out, but they got to put quarters in. Oh! Spitting them out all over the place. There you go.
They can just put a cup down there. Thank you.
It just spit out. It just
Well,
went flying.
they're not heavy enough. They're
Right.
kind of bound. This may help, Mom. Where are they coming out? And you have and you have 100. Okay, the bottom two shelves are 80. The rest you just have to mix and match. Shelves are 80. The rest you just have to mix and match. Just get one. Yes, ma'am. With the diamond, just get one. Yes, ma'am. With the diamond cloth on it, oh, yes, ma'am.
What's the biggest gift you can get? What are they worth?
Probably the saddle rack or no, that's saddle rack, I guess.
5,000 points. What's that worth?
That's well, you'll have saddle rack, I guess.
5,000 points. What's that worth?
That's well, you'll have to camp out several days.
I think they're just being very, very selective.
The differences are that they're in with the man and we're in with the rest of us. So there's a different standard. Them and us. The differences are we get rated and they don't. It's not fair, never has been, probably never will be, but watch this video and you'll see.
You know, Your Honor, clearly you can see that these are gambling devices and should be confiscated by Mr. Anderson.
Yeah,
Because
If you gave 'em a chance, they get
clearly
something
you can
for it.
see that they accumulate tickets and trade them in for larger items. We don't have that option. You can see, put money in and get money out
right.
through a
Value. Anything of value.
anything of value.
All right. Let's.
Dave and Buster's is doing it. All these big companies are doing it. yeah, you can do it. It's and all these convenience stores are doing it. Yeah, yeah, it's fine, do it. So that's what we did, and it started making a lot of money, and it just overtook. And at that point, the payphones had actually gone out because of cell phones, so
Yeah.
we had to revamp again.
And
And
Bill Olin told us that, hey, you guys better start thinking about something else because uh, they just making these cell phone things, and uh, it's going to take us out.
we're gonna be done.
Yeah.
Where the pay phones are going to be like not even going to know what they are.
So
Well, we
you diversify out of payphones and into these games, and effectively same sort of target market. So it was convenience stores, those sorts of
Yeah, we
locations.
started there. Yeah.
And you got confirmation working with your attorney that what you were doing was on the up and up. Very different regulatory environment than a place like Oregon,
It
but
was the same penal code that Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese, uh, Billy Bob's, or any of the like places where kids would go and play the games for their tickets, and then
Mhm.
they go trade them in for junk.
Yeah.
Billy Bob's had actual slot machines like Vegas,
Okay.
and people and I don't know. We have a video on our YouTube channel that we went there as young men with our parents, and we were like, this was after we were busted, and we are like, how the heck can they do that? And they were giving away. See, we were doing $5 items, nothing over $5, and they were giving away
$1,000.
$500 saddles.
They had a saddle sitting there, a nice leather saddle,
Wow.
and that was one of their gifts. They call them gifts.
So this was after the lawsuit and everything, but so we started had our lawyers look into it, and they're like, yeah, and he even drew up our lawyer gave an approval, and they put it on the wall, and
Sorry.
there was a town like 20 miles from where we had our business set up when we went into our own game room, and it was like Vegas. I mean, it was like Reno, and people would go on the weekends, and that you couldn't even get into town because all these little game rooms were set up and just paying cash. Here, and it was just like I couldn't believe it. And here we were.
Very rough area.
Yeah,
Very rough.
well, it was, yeah.
You could walk around and see needles and things all over the ground, and
Yeah.
it was like.
But they were making a ton of money, some people. So when we started our game room with just the novelty items, we had a we had a store, and we had people going, and it was really slow at first. But I went out to Rendon, and I went, okay, they're so busy, and we're over here dead. And I went, well, there's a good looking young lady, and she's a attendant, and everybody loved her. And it was like she was just everybody was tipping her, and everybody's doing all this stuff. And I went, you need to work for me. And she goes, I'll never work anywhere else. I'm making I'm making so much money. Now she did talk like that. I'm making so much money. But she was really cute. And I went, I'll pay you. What are you getting paid? And I said, I'll pay you more. And so she was like, never, nope, nope. And so then I started getting other.
It's too bad she started working for us, actually.
Anyway, she
Tana.
yeah. Anyway, so I got other waitresses out there, or attendants out there to work for me. And then she was like, they're making so much money in it. And more and more people, the more people I got from there that were working out there to work for me, the more people came to be around those people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It opened up the door for us. And so finally, I said, Tana, I'll make you a manager, because she was the most popular of all the attendants. And so she finally did it. And then, man, everything was really started cooking, and we were so busy, and we had people would stand in line. I couldn't believe they were doing it. actually. They would stand in line with 30, 40 deep to come in and get their little gifts that we had, or exchange what they had won for our tickets that we had made out. We made these tickets. So anyway, it got really busy, very busy. The most we made in one day, and this is hard to believe, was 50 grand.
Wow.
50,000 in one day. But we averaged about 12 to 15, I don't remember exactly, thousand a day. And plus we still had our ATMs and stuff.
We would have to shut down the game room a couple hours a day. We were open up 24 hours a day, except for 2 hours, so 22 hours a day, and we would collect money.
Sunday we were closed.
And I'd go around. My job pretty much was to keep the machines running. So I did all the programming.
I counted.
And I collected the money, and we were putting it on the machines. And
we had 3 money.
I don't know. You go to Vegas or something, and you see how the slot machines, the sit down ones that they look like, and they got the slanted glass. And I put the money up on that glass, and it would go all the way to the top, and it was just full of money, and it was a problem. And $100 bills, and 20s, mostly 20s, some 5s, some 1s, but it was amazing,
Mike,
how much money that we were.
Mike would run around in that game room, and he would give people money. He was a here, play. Here. We were, we're Christians for one thing, and it was like I would tell people, you need to not do this. You need to not. No, this is my entertainment. I love it. The more I win, the more I'll put in the machine. Had our own little store, and we were getting people would come in with their winnings, and I'm telling you, there'd be 30, 40 people standing in line to go into our office. We had hired our own attendants to go we'd get a list, and then they'd go get to the store and get these items these people wanted. And then they'd come in and exchange these little cards that we gave them, $5 cards, and they'd get their gift.